It's been going great. I really enjoy my job. It's been a great transition, and even as everybody knows, I mean, it was quite a mess. When I came in with some of the issues that were going on in the DA's office, and I'm just so happy to be working with the people I work with. It has really, I think, turned things around, and it really is just a lot of fun to come to work every day because I work with such a great staff.
Let's talk a little bit about that, because you did have kind of a time that you had to straighten out things and get things going. Do you think that the DA's office reputation has been changed so much from what it was at that time to what it is now?
Oh, I think it's definitely been changed, and I think we see it, from the standpoint of how much we're actually being used now, particularly by the other agencies and other departments who are coming to us, and I guess the problem is that we're now so buried because now they're using us. I basically said, please use us, and now they have, now it's a real challenge to kind of keep up with all the work. But again, it's just so fun because the district attorney's office is such a dynamic place to work. There's nothing that goes on in county government that really doesn't touch the DA's office, and doing the criminal prosecutions and the civil work. It's just so much variety of what goes on that you just can't ask for a more fun place to work.
Let's talk about some of the achievements that you've done since the last term and what you would like to continue.
Well, I think the big thing that I really stressed when I came in was really just kind of trying to change some of the standards in the office. And, I've put in some controls as far as, making sure that cases are getting reviewed and filed much quicker. When I came in, there literally were cases that had been sitting for 3 years that had never been touched. And so you've got victims who don't know what's happening. You've got people who are, potentially facing charges that don't know what's happening. And that to me was just unacceptable. So, now we pretty much make sure, and we try to get every case reviewed within 1 month of it hitting my office. And, that really helps get the system going. And we need to make decisions. Let the people know, can we file charges? Are we filing charges? And not just let things sit. It's just a lot of it is just working with the staff. I've been a prosecutor for 20 years now. I've got 30 years of litigation experience, so I'm able to come in and really mentor and work with the attorneys. And we just seen a really major turnaround in how cases are processed and prosecuted, and we're getting very good results. And the people that need to go to prison are going to prison, and that's what we need to ask for.
And you also represent Nye County?
Yes, I certainly do all of the legal work. I represent all the different departments. We act as legal advisor, and I think in that arena we've seen some really major improvements, because one of the things I've really thought that with my prosecution experience, my civil litigation experience, government attorney that I've been, I've worked in the Attorney General's office for 12 years, so I understand government law. We were able to come in, and I was able to take over a lot of functions that were going out to outside attorneys. And a lot of that work, we've already demonstrated that, I've saved the county about $1.2 million of money that's not going to outside attorneys. Plus the other thing is we've worked really hard in cutting down some of because we're involved in the process, we're cutting down some of the silly lawsuits that were happening. If everybody knows that we just had a rash of lawsuits, and it's encouraging that we're starting to see positive results from that, where just recently we were advised by our insurance carrier that our insurance premiums are dropping $600,000 this year. So again, that just shows you, I think, if you're paying attention to business, doing what needs to get done, then you're going to avoid a lot of legal problems that we were enmeshed with previously. And again, I just I take a very practical approach. Our public defender system was very broken. It was a mess, and we were spending over $1.2 million on defense attorneys, and so I was able to negotiate a restructuring of it that now is going to save the county about $500,000 a year by just doing a restructuring. And I guess that's one of the things I just love about my job is that the thing I love about being district attorney is that it really is a job where you are called upon to try to find solutions to problems, and when it works, you just can't have a more satisfying feeling than knowing that you've actually done something that's going to improve this county.
Do you have any upcoming meet and greets?
Actually, I have not scheduled any meet and greets at this point in time. Those will certainly be starting, but we haven't got those scheduled yet.
Do you have a website for your campaign?
Yes, it's briankunzi.com, which is very easy. So,